Mr. O'Flynn, please.
Thank you, and first congratulations to Catherine and Michel for such an informative presentation and for overseeing so many excellent events already this year. I've just got one particular quibble, which is this isn't the European Year of Culture, it's the European Year of Cultural Heritage, and it seems to me, speaking as someone of no religious faith at all, that therefore Christianity must play a central role. Most of our greatest buildings, the birth of our great universities, Renaissance art is all flowed from the very strong Christian cultural and religious traditions in European countries. And I get the feeling it's somewhat been underplayed so far. And I'd like to ask, do you accept that? Is that correct? And also, what other events, are there any events in the last 7 months a year to particularly celebrate that Christian cultural tradition?
Ja, vielen herzlichen Dank.
Many thanks. Who'd like to do the honors? Mr. Magnier. Well, there are always difficulties, obviously, in trying to cover all of a package of heritage and all of its wealth and diversity that has different aspects. For instance, there's the Christian diversity of European heritage, and that's part of the year, but it's not identified as clearly as that in the objectives and the legal base, which is our guideline. I could cite one or two examples of areas in which this dimension, the religious dimension, is taken account of, perhaps indirectly. One of our 10 European initiatives concerns the reuse of heritage buildings. As you know, in many of our countries, heritage buildings, in particularly religious buildings, are falling into disuse and tend to lose their function in our societies. And we would like to examine together under what conditions those heritage buildings, particularly churches, could find new social functions, which would allow them to be reused in a way that is useful to communities, and also to protect buildings which otherwise risk disappearing or being damaged. So that's one example that shows you how this whole religious heritage is taken into account throughout the year, and not simply turning toward the past, but also giving them a function in our societies and in our communities.